Uh, so that's the plan. So the plan is basically, I was thinking about it. We will obviously most of the days we'll be focusing on the grammars and lectures and everything what we've been doing so far, right? But there one day, as I said, I don't know, probably perhaps every 2 months or so, we'll be focusing only on the vocabs. And then also one day we will be just focusing on actually going back to the Quran and try to see whatever we learned, can we use them, is so obviously we need to have a little bit more vocabs and more grammar rules, so we are not ready for that yet, but hopefully inshallah in a month or so we should be able to do that. So this is something that I think it will be very beneficial, right? So now in terms of the vocab, so where do we start? The book that we have, let me see if I can, uh, you know initially our plan was, I mean it's still within our plan, to go through the first vocabulary list from this book that I give you, okay, Quranic Arabic, right? It is very very good book, I mean very good list, but one of the things that in the beginning you guys might feel very frustrated because it gives you both, the singular and the plural and the verbs and all everything, together, so it might be very difficult for you to browse through them. That's why what I was doing is in the beginning I was giving you some words, and then give you about like 20 words or so weekly. So far you guys should have 100 words or more. um, then there's also, I think you guys also aware of this, there are books, right, that they have the 80% Quranic word or 85% Quranic words. So I took out some of the words from that list, and also some most of the words I already gave you, last month or so, from the vocab list. So what I did is I kind of put them in different sections, just like the Quranic Arabic did. And the idea is that we're going to go through these words at this point in time. What I want is that we all of us we memorize and we know every single word in this list. So if you don't have it now, which I'm pretty sure some of the words you don't know, well you have another week until next week. But what I'll do, I'll give you this list, and I also will give you that 85 list. I did not write the meaning here because number one, I didn't have the time. But another thing, I wanted you guys to also go through that list and find the meanings. I'll tell you the meanings now in the class, but if you're not writing notes or you couldn't write all of the meanings, well, you can go back to that the PDF, the 80%, and then find them, inshallah. Okay. I wanted to write the meanings, but it was going to take a lot of time. Is it clear, guys? Yes. And okay, so while we're doing it, these three concepts, inshallah, I will explain how we can make new vocabs from some of the vocabularies. Okay, so we'll start with very simple stuffs, right? We'll start with some very simple stuffs, which is pronouns. Now, what I did here is actually, honestly, there are three types of pronouns. I put all of them together, like your standard pronouns, your demonstrative pronouns, and your relative pronouns. I put them together because I'm not giving you full list. We will have a complete lectures on pronouns. Okay, that's when we'll be really really studying pronouns. Same thing goes for the preposition. Okay, these are very partial list. When we study the preposition, and that's when you will be getting all the list. Okay, now, so quickly I'm just going to go through them, like hada. Alhamdulillah, I think we all know hada means this, and this is a masculine, right? If you have any question, and I think that's something that because I cannot ask question about all of them. So hada is masculine. What am I writing? Hada is what? Hada is this for masculine, and hadihi is this for feminine. Okay, so both of them has same meaning, masculine and feminine. We understand this, right? Another thing we understand this, what? These are definite pronouns. I mean, definite nouns, right? So make sure you understand that as well. And haulai, I don't know if I gave you that before. It is what? Anybody knows what haulai means? Huh? These, right? Haulai is these. Yes. And ulaika is what? Those. Okay. And remember, haulai and ulaika is both of them for masculine and feminine. Okay, you don't have any difference. These are for both masculine and feminine, and whereas hada is for masculine and hadihi is for feminine. Make sense? And then you have alladhi. I gave you this because you hear them a lot. Alladhi and alladhina. Alladhi is a singular for masculine. These are called relative pronoun. In English, when we say, "I saw the boy who," or that, "I saw the boy who was walking." That "who" is a pronoun that is going back to the boy, right? You're not saying "I saw him." You're using different kinds of word. For example, you can say, "The book that was on the table." Al-walad alladhi. See, the boy who. Al-qalam alladhi. The pen who. So this is, inshallah, you will understand. Just right now, what I want to write is who and that, which. Yes, when I give you, inshallah, I'll put all the haraka, but you don't know how hard, how time consuming to put haraka, subhanallah. I was doing, then as you can see, the more I go, the lazier I become. It's very difficult to put haraka. But inshallah, before I give you, I'll put this haraka. And another thing I can do is, if you want my notes like that, the definition, then I'll just leave it like that. I'll just put the haraka myself like that, and then just give you this PDF. So you have some of the definitions as well. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. So I don't have to, right. Okay. And then we have alladhina. So now alladhi is for singular and alladhina is for the plural. So I saw Muslims, or I saw people, alladhi, who. You see, it has the both same meaning. So this is the only thing is that plural. Plural. Okay, this is a singular. You understand? No. And then we have our standard pronouns, right? These are our standard pronouns. I don't want to write those meanings because I'm pretty sure you guys know them already. Hua is he, here is she. And remember, these both can give you it as well, okay? It can also give you it. Depends on the context, right? Whom is they, okay? Whom is they? Okay, I'm just giving you, what do you call this? Subject pronouns. Whom can also be them. But right now, just learn as a they. Okay, and anta, we anta is you for masculine and anti, you for feminine. Okay, ana is I. And now once in a while I'll just ask you, because I cannot ask all of them. You don't know which one I'm going to ask you, and you have to type super fast if you want me to do this, because I have to cover a lot of words. What is nahnu? Good. Yes, nahnu is we. Okay, and as I mentioned before, these are not complete list. When we have a separate topic for pronouns, inshallah, we will have a lot more of pronouns. We have a lot to say about pronouns. Another thing we know about pronouns are what? They're also definite. So that means you can use D and I. You can say huwa rajulun. You make a sentence. Okay, you get it? And now, so then we have a preposition. Again, this is not a full list. We'll have a complete section on preposition. We have fi, ila. Fi is in, ila is to, ala is on. Now, question to you, what is an? Did I give you that word? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I gave you guys. Anybody know? An is a little bit tricky, but the standard definition of an is about. You're talking about. I'm talking about an, who, I'm talking about him, or something like that. But an is a little bit tricky. It can have a, just like guys, just like in even in English, the pronouns gives you different meanings. Looking at something means one thing, looking about is something else, looking to is something else, looking for is something else. You see things, so that they have a different prepositions are always like that. But if we are to give a standard meaning, we would say an is like about. Okay, in, to, on. Now, next set of lists we have what? These are called questioning. Now this is interesting because you should memorize them. Some of these things I have to explain. So the Hamza, this is called Hamza, not Alif. Hamza and Hal, they're pretty much the same thing. What they do is they make a statement into yes no question. Okay, yes no question. So this is my first separate topic that I wanted to explain quickly. Not I don't want to spend too much time, but quickly I want to explain what they do, because I think we have enough grammar to understand this concept. So basically what they do, they will make a question that, yes, no question. So any statement. So before you can use Hamza or Hal, you have to have what? A statement. So let's say we can make a statement. We know what that means. Hada kitabun. So is there a adjective phrase or sentence? Only one person. Sure. Everybody else is scratching their head thinking, I don't know. Yes, it's a sentence. Okay, our very simple DNI. Yes, it's a sentence. So this is definite, this is indefinite. So we have sentence. So what does it mean? This, yes, good. This is a book. Now, when you have a complete statement, to make a question in English is kind of difficult. You have to bring this is here. Is this a book, right? You got to make some kind of change, right? In Arabic, guys, extremely simple. Just bring this Hamza. Ahada kitabun. That's it. It's a question now. You can bring this Hamza or you can bring this Hal. Hal hada kitabun. You don't touch this thing. This remains exactly the way it is. That's why I wanted to mention this one in here, although it's in our grammar class, but it's very simple, guys, right? So don't think it's too complicated. Are those two words? Yes. Uh, right now it will always be interchangeable for this kind of purpose. There's a one difference, which is I can inshallah when time comes I'll explain. Usually, like when you're asking about two things, for example, you're asking someone, do you want the book or the pen? You see, every time you have this kind of question, you want the book or the pen. You want, or you are saying this is a book or this is a pen. Every time you have or between these two, that's when you use Hamza, but you cannot use Hal. So anyway, since you asked, I'm saying it, but inshallah, when time comes, I'll explain. But right now, they are interchangeable. In these kind of questions, you want to know what is something, you can interchange them without any problem. So that is very simple thing to do. That's why I wanted to explain this one here. Okay, so you understand Hal and Hamza. And another thing is that there, because you're asking yes, no question, the answer always has to be what? Yes and no. You before you say anything, your answer has to be yes and no. So it will always be, did I give you yes, la or na? See, with this one we learn 4 vocabs. So la means no, and na means yes. Before you can say anything, you have to say yes or no first. Then you can say something else. For example, this is not a book. This guy he's confusing book with a pen. Subhanallah, I don't know. He's asking you, ahada kitabun? You can say la. First, you have to say la. You cannot say hada qalamun. You have to say la, hada qalamun. That is fine. You understand? So now we know these 4 words. Now, this word I'm always scared of, because this word has a lot of meanings. Ma, right? Ma has a many different meanings. The main thing, because I put it on the questioning, so that's why the ma that you should know right now, it means what? It means what? So you understand? So ma is what? Ma is what? So for example, now, so ma, how would you say then, what is this? You already know the 2 words. You know, hada is this, and ma is what? That's it. Very simple. Ma hada. One thing you should know, just like in English, questioning uh, words always comes in the beginning. I think that's also the case with the English. You don't say this what. I mean, in the non-standard English, maybe you can say this, but usually questioning tools always comes in the beginning. What is this? When? How? All of these things. So if you know that rule, then it's very easy to construct. Ma hada. Okay, so what is this? So ma is for what, and man is, some of you know what is man. Man is what? Who. Okay, man is who. So this is for non-intellect, this is for intellect. So now you can say man hada, that's no problem. That means who is this? But at this situation, you are pointing to a masculine person. Now you're looking at a female person, you don't know who is this. Can you say man hada? No, you cannot say man hada. These are the rules you already know. You say man hadihi, who is this? But sometimes what happened, the reason why I brought it, because sometimes some words are also what also feminine. For example, sayyara. Anyway, did I give you sayyara? I'll give you shajara is here. Shajaratun. Okay, so you're looking at a tree and you don't know for some reason. You are asking what the situation is that in this kind of situation, if you don't know the word, you can say mahad. That's fine. You can say mahada, and then probably the person will answer hadihi. In the answer, he will say hadihi, because you have shajara. You understand? Hadihi shajaratun. But that's fine if you don't know, but if you know what is this, you would say ma hadihi. But sometimes the question is, a lot of people ask, well, how do I know if I don't know the word? How do I know it's a masculine or feminine word? Yes, fair question. In that situation, the default is what, guys? Remember, that's why sometimes you have to know the default. I always teach you the default. In the gender, which is the default, is always masculine. So you always ask about the masculine. Yes, Jade. So the word is also man. See, these are very simple, guys. I'm quickly gonna review, because look, is you make a statement, hada kitabun, hadihi sayyaratun, doesn't matter. In order to now this statement bring it into a question, like you're not sure, hada masjidun. You're looking at this building, it looks like a normal house, you're confused, you're asking, hada masjidun. Now you remove the it's like hada masjidun. You understand? So inshallah, maybe in our class, maybe once in a while we can uh, talk about this one, review it later. And ma simply means what, and then after that you can say ma hada or man hada, ma hadihi, man hadihi. Inshallah, I think you guys understand. Then we have what, kaifa. Kaifa is how. Kaifa, how. So kaif is, that's why sometimes I don't know if you guys know, this is an expression which is hal. Hal is what? A state. Hal is a state. And then they will say, if they want to know how are you or how things going, they will say what? Kayfal hal. Yes. They will say kayfal hal. Kayfal hal. Alif lam. Alif lam just the definite article. So they're saying how's, if you translate literally, it's like how is the state or situation. Just like in English, we say what's up. You cannot translate this what's up. Not, I don't know, the sky, ceiling, I don't know. So that it's an expression, but we mean how things going. So the kayf al hal would be this kind of situation. Yes, how's it going? Yes, exactly, that's what it is. So this is more like that, but sometimes you will hear they will say kayfa haluka. Inshallah, those possessive pronoun will do them later. Okay, so the kayfa is how. So aina is where. Aina is where. Aina tadhhabun, where are you going? The Quran, you see this, right? Uh, you understand? So aina is where. Mata is when. Okay, these words are in the Quran all over the place, guys, all over the place. Somebody wants to go tomorrow, you can say mata, when. So that checks out our this list. Okay, these three are gone, alhamdulillah. Now time, in terms of time, is sa'a. So you have a sa'a. Sa'a is what? Now this is my question. Who can tell me sa'a? If you can give me more than one meaning, I'll be impressed. I have a feelings I gave you. Yeah, one of the meaning is what, but what is better meaning in terms of our Quranic Arabic studies? Time. Yes, time. It can be watch. It can be also hour. Okay. So in the Quran, when he said as-sa'a, Allah is talking about the time or the hour, which refers back to what? It backs to the day of judgment. And not only that, in a normal time sense, this word also has come. Okay, so please memorize. Then we have Lail. I'm pretty sure you know Lail. Okay, so my next question to you, Lail, is night. What is An-Nahar? Answer this one, An-Nahar. Nahar is what we talked about, the daytime. Yes, the daytime. So it's a day, you can say daytime would be better. Okay, daytime. Why am I using pencil? Subhanallah, guys. I wanted to do faster, but it looks like the way it's going, it might take some time. That's fine. Daytime. Okay. Now, so when you add Lail plus Nahar, what do you get? You get this, which is Yom. You understand? When you have a Lail and Nahar, you have Yom, which is a day. Yes, the whole day. So what is Al Yom then? Well, it should be the day, right? Yes, you're right. Al Yom is the day, but it also means what? Here's my another question. You guys are so far. Today, yes, good. So you guys have to keep up. Today and the day. Both of them will work, and of course, the context will tell you the day. Now, what am I writing? The dag, that day. So we have two more. Masa. Masa is what? Masa is evening. And Sabah is morning. And all of this, by the way, I don't have to repeat these things, because the reason why I repeat, so that you don't become lazy on memorizing them, because these are all from the Quran. So this is Quranic words, right? These are all high frequency words in the Quran. Now we have something called adverbs. I'm going to also teach you something about adverbs today. So this will be my second grammatical topic for the day. But we're not going to go too much in details, but let us go through this list first. And then inshallah, we will find out how to actually make an adverb. What is adverb, guys? Forget about what is adverb. Just memorize them. The better term in Arabic is called dharf. Dharf. I didn't want to give you, terms. You guys already memorizing these things. Even in English, there are tons of type of adverbs. You have adverb of time, place, adverb of many different things. So we have qabla. Qabla is what? Qabla is before. Okay. These you have to memorize. Qabla, and these, some of them you should memorize together, so that they are opposite. Qabla and ba'da is after. Qabla is before, ba'da is after. So for example, now masa. Masa is evening. So you can say qabla al-masa, before the evening. Or you can say ba'da sabah, after the morning. You see, you can play around with those things, right? Tahta is under. And khalfa, what is khalfa? Anybody knows? Khalfa is what? Behind. And uh, and this one opposite is amama, which is front. Okay, you understand? So memorize qabla, ba'da, tahta, khalfa, amama, al-ana. What is al-an? That you have to answer right now. Let's go, guys. What is al-an? We talked about this one, I think, last lecture. Yes, al-an is now. Al-an is now. Okay, so ghadan is tomorrow. So you say, well, you don't have the other vocabs. When you're going, somebody is asking, you can say ghadan, tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow. And ams is yesterday. Ams is yesterday. What is the sign on alif? Yes. Well, these things are part of what does that mean? That means it's a mad. Yes. So you have this al-ana. Okay. So that means you can think of, you have hamza and you have alif. So you have to prolong. It's mad. Al-ana. Good. Then we have baina. Baina is between. Baina is between. Yeah, so this one doesn't look, khalfa is a sukun. Yes, khalfa. Now, okay, now we have, these are, okay, so I wanted to say something about adverb. Something about adverb. So you'll see, thing about adverb is, you'll see what happens is, they always have this fatha. قبل, بعد, تحت, خلف, أمام, الآن, غدا. Okay. This is a little bit different, because it's, I don't want to bother with this one. Baina. Okay. So what's going on? Why do we have this? Well, one of the attributes of adverbs is that it ends in fatha. It ends in what? It ends in fatha. Okay, so this is something, it's a big concept, but I'm just keep this in your mind. When we study them, it will be more clear. But sometimes we can make our adverbs. Remember, so for example, uh, you have yom, you have yom. What is yom? Hmm? What is yom? Day, yes. And yom cannot be today. Yeah, yom can only be, if you say al yom, then it can be today. Yom can only be a day. Yes. So day, day. But how do we say daily then? Is there another super complicated word we have to memorize? Because this is adverb, right? So how do we make this one into an adverb? So this is quite simple. Meaning, in this context is simple. The topic can be very broad, but I just wanted to mention because we're studying what vocabs. So now I will also teach you some of the techniques when we can, use those techniques to build our own vocabs. Okay, you are very close. No, you're very close. Only thing is that you have to know if it doesn't have alif lam, because this is a special. Just think of like this. It will be what? It will be yawman with the tanween. Okay, so you want to say I do it every evening, like you want to use the word evening as an adverb. You will say masa'an. So now nightly, laylan, laylan. So the night, wouldn't it be nice, how to say nightly? Well, that's what you do. You add the double alif. But one thing I'll tell you, for example, here, this is a little bit technical, but just know that when did I talk about this? I already talked about this, right? When you have wala dun and when you have wala dan, you get a double fatha. Did I say that? Did I mention in this class so far? This extra alif? I don't know if I mentioned or not, but know that as a convention in Arabic, when you put two of fatha, they add extra alif. Okay, so this is just a convention. Only time they don't when it's a ta marbuta or hamza. Okay, yeah. So I did mention. Okay, so that's good. So some of these things you have to pay attention. So what happens only when you have a double of fatha? It's just their convention. They add this extra alif, except for ta marbuta or hamza. See, here is hamza. Sometimes you will see hamza also has it, but I don't want to get in that details. But here we don't have. But original word was what? Layl, laylun. Okay, so we want to say nightly. So what we have to do? Our life should have been easy only if we change it from laylun to laylan. But because of the convention, we have to add the extra alif. Guys, these are, remember, we're not completely studying adverbs or anything. I'm just giving you some techniques so it helps you with the vocabs. Right now, our focus is not grammar, focus is vocabularies. Now, clear, guys? Now we have lots of adjectives. Okay, these are, I think most of these adjectives you should already know them because most of them we hear. Shadid, I already give you a long time ago. So tell me, what did I give you shadid? Yes, I think I did. What is shadid? What does shadid mean? I know I give you this one. This one I'm pretty sure. Nobody knows. Nobody's memorizing, guys. You guys have to. Strong, yes. Severe, strong. severe, strong. Yes. So when Allah talks about punishment, He's going to be give you adabun shadid. He will give you very strong, severe punishment. Okay, or the wind shadid. Okay, so shadid is strong. Then kabir, everybody knows. Come on, what is kabir? Hmm? Big. Yes, kabir is big. Saghir is opposite of kabir, small. Okay, so if you know kabir and saghir, what do you think kathir means? Kathir, hmm? A lot. Kathir is a lot. Okay, tawil is a tall, and wasi' is a wide. Okay, so yes, it would be a lot. Many, I'll just write many. Okay, you understand? So kabir is a big, saghir is small, kathir is many. Okay, Hasan, what is Hasan? Hasan is good. Okay, Hasan is good, nice, things like that. Yes. So what is Qareeb? What is Qareeb? I feel like yes, good. Qareeb is near. Yes. What is Ba'id? Is the opposite, is near. Yes, close and near. Both of them is good. Yes. Far. Good. Okay, so some of them you guys know. That's great. I hope you guys would learn all of them. Then we have Rahman and Rahim. We hear these two attributes all the time, Ar-Rahman and Rahim. They both has the similar meaning. Something has to do with mercy and everything. But I think I mentioned this Ar-Rahman. It's, they usually will translate as compassionate, because compassionate, it's kind of good translation actually, because Rahman Allah uses when Allah is compassionate to everyone. Rahman is goes, it extends to all of the creatures. It doesn't matter, human, non-human, everything. Rahim, where the scholars say that this is very exclusive to what? The believers. Rahim means you can translate as a merciful, like being mercy. Okay, so this word would be exclusive to the believers. Anyway, what is Azim? I gave you that Azim. Now you tell me what Azim is. Hmm. Mighty, great, good. Yes. Good. And what is Ghafur? Hmm? Ghafur is, these are, a lot of these things are coming as a name. Ghafur is one who forgives. Forgiving. Yes, that's good. Forgiving. Good. So Karim is similar, to Rahim. Is like, Karim has, remember I told you a few different meanings. It could be generous. It could be also kind. Actually, it's not same. This would be mercy, and Karim would be more kind. Noble, yes. Karim can also be noble, yes. That's true. I'll write it down here. Make sense? Then what is Aziz? Aziz is like mighty. Okay. Qadir is Qadir from Qudra. Qadir, it's like someone who's able to do everything. I don't know how to translate. All, like powerful, or able to do everything. I don't know. All powerful. Meaning Qadir is like you're able to do. You have Qudra, power. Yeah, I think all powerful would be good. How is Aziz different for Azim? Okay, Aziz is might and Azim is great. But when you say Azim, usually Azim we use for something very magnificent, like something very big thing. Remember, Azim can you all, just like, you did a very great sin. See, we are using great. Don't think that, Azim can only be used in good. Okay, you can say, you understand what I'm saying? So basically you're saying something very significant, not something simple thing, big thing. Now, then Hakim is, what is Hakim? Now you tell me what is Hakim is. Yes, wise. Very nice. Hakim is wise. Now, this will bring me to my last topic of which is the superlatives. So now, great, you know how to say big, kabir. Kabirun is big. So how do we say bigger or biggest? Is there something new vocabs I have to learn? Well, not really. If you know the form, if you, it's just like a math. If you know the form and if you can convert this one into that form, that's it. That's all you have to know. The other one was very simple. This is also form. You just, the form is that at the end you add tanween, but this form is you have to. It's very simple though. But exactly, you guys are getting it. Once you know this form, then you can make almost every single adjective that we have. You can make it into superlative form. So Kabir is big. Akbar. Akbar is biggest. It can be biggest or it can be bigger. So one thing you have to note, I don't want to go too much detail on this one, but at least I want to teach you this form. Bigger or it can be biggest. In English, we have two different words, as you can see, bigger and biggest, but in Arabic, we only have one word. Akbar, it can mean biggest or it can also mean bigger. I'll tell you the difference later, but let's do a few more examples. How do you say small? You say صغير. صغير. So how do you say smallest? أصغر. I can tell you the actual form, how the grammarian will teach you, but first I want to make you feel that, the sound is catching on your mind, because sometimes maybe that will help you more than the form itself. So let's take a few other. كثير. So what is kathir now? Now that you should know what kathir is, no confusion. Can you tell me what kathir means? You guys just learned it, guys. Kathir. Everybody forgot again. Many. Good. Kathir is many. So you want to say the most. How do you say most? Most. Akthar. You see? You catching it? It's very catchy though, right? Akthar. You get it? So, and maybe at the end I'll give you the form, but let's do a few more. Okay, Hassan. Hassan, we said good. Hassan is good. How do you say the best? Ahsan. I'm pretty sure you're feeling that sound. You feel this thing. Something that you feel the rhyme, right? Let's do one more. Kareem. What is Kareem? Well, Kareem has a lot. I'm pretty sure you guys already know. I use that word a lot. So whichever meaning you want to take, because as you know, the Kareem has many different meanings. Whichever word you make, you want to say most noble. Let's just say, yes, you are getting Akram. MashaAllah. Hey, that's good. I'm so happy before even asking, you are getting it. Because Akram, yes. So the form is, I don't want to give you the form and confuse you more because, so because a lot of people don't like that word. So the form is like af'al. Af'al. Af'alu actually. And here I'll just tell you, you cannot put tanween here, okay? For, I don't want to get too much in details. For example, you can say sagirun, you cannot say asgarun. You cannot say that. You have to say asgarun. Here you cannot use tanween, and why I'm not gonna explain right now. This is a different topic, inshallah we'll cover. So the form is af'al. They in Arabic grammar they always use it, because I have to talk about, because next when we give you next set of word, I'm gonna teach you another way to make a new set of words, like the doer, the somebody, somebody's writing, and how to say writer, listening, listener, singing, singer. How to, inshallah, I'm pretty sure you guys know some of them. But before I can explain those things, you have to understand this interesting form that Arabs use, that they give you this fa, ain, and lam. Subhanallah, I won't get into this discussion. And they use these three letters to give you a form as a placeholder. Okay, so the placeholder is what? This is the form. Hamza, you would be af'al. So what do you do? Whatever you had ha, sin, and noon. So what are you gonna do? This is your form. You're gonna bring the hamza, and you will start replacing ha with the first letter, which is so fa with the first letter, which is ha, ain with the second letter, which is the sin, and the lam with the third letter, which is the noon, and then you copy the haraka. Ah, sa, noon. In the beginning, guys, I know it's going to be hard, but trust me, as fast as you can understand this fa and lam thing, you vocabs will just fly off the chart. And a lot of people, they don't understand, because this is one of the big part of the surf. A lot of people think it's hard, but this is really easy. It's the same thing as somebody give you a square plus b square equal to c square, whatever that thing is. I don't know why I remember this. I don't even know what this thing means. Equal to c square, right? What do you do? It's a formula. Now you're supposed to, plug in what the a is, what the b is. That's all what you're doing here. These are your legs x, y, and z, and it will give you the haraka as well. Okay, so if you think af'al, if you can memorize this sound, or if it's too difficult, you can just memorize one of the one that we always say, akbar. If you can bring this sound to the other one, then you're fine. Asghar, akthar, ahsan, afdal. Okay, it's fine if you just memorize one pattern, akbar, that's fine. But eventually you cannot get away with this afal. It's a very important technique. But in the beginning, if you're fine with akbar, then you will be fine. So, guys, how much did you understand? Let me find out. I'm gonna give you one more, and then see if you guys can make this one. Yes, make this one. First, tell me what does it mean, because I give you the word already. You guys have to keep up. Qarib, qaribun. What is qaribun means? Near. So I want to say the most near. Most near. If you don't write it, I don't think you'll understand. So you have to think about, either you're thinking from akbar perspective or af'al perspective. You want that sound. Hamza in the beginning with the fatha, then you just use the other word. Akribu. Okay. So one thing I have to explain, what happens is, yeah, it's probably going to be difficult than I thought. So what happens is you have to remove this. You have to, right now, just think about, you have to remove the ya. Ya is not part of this. Ya or wow. Akrabu. Yes. Yes, akrabu. So the ya cannot be part of this game. Okay, you think about, you're playing this game. We have this formula. Ya cannot be part. Okay, so no ya and no wow. And of course, no alif. So what we're talking about, these three letters cannot be part of this. Waw, alif, and ya, or alif, waw, and ya, however you want to say. So the first thing, you have to remove them, because you see it's not part of that. You had a kabir, it had a ya, you remove the ya, you say akbar. I don't mind spending more time, because this is a very good technique, and inshallah you will see how useful this technique is, and you will find this kind of word a lot in the Quran. You understand? One more, then we'll move on, and then inshallah. It's hard, but try it. Pronunciation hard, but formula is same. Azim. Okay? Azimun. Now I want to say the most great. Most great. This day is the most great day, whatever the context is. So it will be same thing. Akbaru. A'zamu. You see? Akbaru, asgharu, aktharu, af'alu, this sound. Inshallah, you have to practice. This is not the time, I'm teaching you, but you have to, sometimes, guys, you have to sit and try. You sit in your home and you just try for 5-10 minutes. You will see, oh my goodness, I get it. You cannot just only rely on this class. And then, I don't mind, but the thing is that then the class, subhanAllah, I have to cover so much thing. I'm pretty sure you guys will get it. I'm telling you, you just sit here, then you will be playing this game all the time. You take any of these kind of words and you will know how to make it into superlative form. So the form was, see, from kabir, ak, sukun, ba, ru. So we have sukun, dha, mu, dhamu. Yes, you have to remove that. That's a rule. You have to remove the wow. Yes, good. Okay, try inshallah, and then I want you to try, and then if you struggle, inshallah, next week I can explain. Okay, I can explain next week. And then how do you say bigger and biggest? I don't feel like talking about this one right now and confuse you more. But this form, I feel like if you can master this, very easy. I'm pretty sure some of you are getting it, and others, I'm pretty sure you understand this sound. You're feeling it, you know. But now the rest, you just have to practice few of them. When I give you every single list that I gave you can do this, including this one, Ghafur. Who can? Okay, the last one. Somebody impress me. Who can do is Ghafur? I'm gonna write it. Ghafur. Ghafur. Ghafurun. So forgiving, I want to say most forgiving. That's it, Aghfaru. That's it. See, it doesn't matter because now you know. So I'm, keep this in mind. The wow, ya, and alif, they have to go. They're not part because they're not part of the sound. So it's Aghfaru. Yes. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys getting it, but the rest you guys got to do, you have to push, try yourself, inshallah. Okay, so that is your adjective. Now by just look what we're saying every time you learn an adjective, you also automatically learned a superlative form. Just like in English, we don't have to memorize biggest, bigger, we just know what to do. Er and est. That's the case with Arabic as well. Okay, it's just you have to know this thing. Okay, good guys, good. Now, uh, 10 more minutes. I wanted to make it shorter, but looks like it's fine. But the rest, let me see, because that's good that I at least wanted to talk about the things that I want to talk about. Rest would be just words. For example, in terms of reward and punishment, inshallah, I will put all the haraka. Jannah, you know what Jannah is? Jahannam. Remember, Jahannam is also a feminine word. We talked about this. Jahim. Did I give you Jahim? Jahim is also another word for Jahannam. It's another name for hell. Jahim. Okay, this is also hell. So please remember this one. Don't get, because what happens in the beginning, I remember I used to get confused. You have Adim, is Jahim, is what's going on? They all sound the same. Oh, they don't. They're not the same. They might sound the same. They're not the same. Jahim is always bad. It's hell, right? Then you have Adab. Adab is punishment. Thawab is reward. Ajr is also reward, and Jaza is also reward. So they have a little bit subtle difference, but right now I want you to think all like the same. Thawab, Ajr, and Jaza. They all like reward, something you will be getting. If you do this thing, you have this thawab. If you pray, you have a thawab. If you pray, you have ajr. Okay, so iqab. What is the iqab? And this one, I think it's going to be a little bit hard on you guys because they have a little bit different. I might write it down for you, but aqiba is like end result. This one I don't know why I put them. Niqab is, or it's like, it's also a result of sin. Anyway, I'll remove those things. These are a little bit tough word for you. Okay, and rest I'm gonna go very quickly because these are just general word. Rabb is Lord, Rasul, Rasul. Nabi, Rasul is a messenger, and Nabi is a prophet. And this is prophet. Okay, there's a difference, but different scholar has a different opinion on this. Ayah is what we know what ayah is. Ayah could be sign and the verse. Deen, the religion. Nas, insan. All of these things are easy. Ummah, we also did the ummah, right? And then qaum is people. Ummah is a nation. Qaum is people. People mean like people, group of people. You're going to a group of people. Qaum. Think of like that. Okay, so it's a very good word. Abd is a slave. Kuffar. I'll put the haraka, inshallah. Kufar is, you know what kufar is. This word, do you know adu? What is adu? It's a very good word, and I should memorize them. Anybody heard this word? Adu is enemy. So, adu mubin. Remember, Allah says in the Quran that the shaitan is the adu mubin. He is the clear enemy. And Allah also tells in the Quran that he is open enemy. Take him as enemy. We don't take him as enemy. We take our relatives as enemy, but we take shaitan as our friend. Subhanallah. Allah, because Allah so many times says that he is your enemy. I find it fascinating that Allah openly declared that you take him as enemy. Now, And we have a fitna, right? Fitna, we talked about fitna. Sirat, we know what sirat is, and sabil. Remember, the sabil is one of those words that is feminine, right? Doesn't look like. So these words you have to memorize. I think here this list, I'm pretty sure you guys are good with this list. And here's another easy one: kitab, book, qalam, pen. These are simple words, but they also come in the Quran, right? So general words, but they also come in Quran. Qalam, kalima, kalima is a word, right? Don't worry, guys. I will put the haraka. Kalima. Ma, what is ma? Hmm? You can tell me what ma is. I give you? No, maybe I didn't give you. Ma is water. And you will see all the time Allah talks about when the rain comes, Allah gives you ma, water for the vegetation and everything. What is Jabal? Anybody know what Jabal is? Jabal is mountain. Okay, Bahar is sea. Okay, this one. What is Shams? Huh? What is Shams? Sun. Is it a masculine or feminine? This word. M or S? This is the word Shams. Is masculine or feminine? It looks like masculine. Yes, I am with you. I agree with you. This definitely looks like masculine, but Arab treat this word as a feminine. Yes. What about Qamar? What does Qamar means? Hmm? I think last time, yes, moon. Is it a masculine or feminine? If Shams is feminine, Qamar must be feminine, right? No, that's the Arab's mind, subhanallah. The Qamar is actually masculine word. The moon is masculine, the sun is feminine, subhanallah. So women are very powerful. So then we have Earth. Earth is what? Earth can be like Earth, and if you use Alif Lam, then it can also mean the planet Earth, right? And this is also a feminine word. Okay, we went through those things. See, guys, you see what's happening. A lot of these things I gave you like months ago. If we're not keeping up, you have to find a ways. I'm gonna wrap up here because a lot of those things are it just uh, you have to. We went through this ab, akh, ukt, the father, mother, all of these things, right? We went through some of these things. What is face? Ain is eyes. So there's no point. But what I'll tell you what to do is if you don't do anything about these things from the beginning, things will pile up, and then what's gonna happen is that you will spend the time. You go to the Quran, you don't understand, you will always feel frustrated and you will give up. So find a way how to memorize words. Either it's index card or it's some kind of word list you're making. You know, uh, I don't know. You have to find a way, guys. Is it under? Do you guys understand? Let's see if I can. Quick question: the udun, is it a masculine word or a feminine word? What is udun first before you can answer that? Huh? What is udun? Ear, feminine. Very good. Okay, somebody said yes. It's feminine and it is ear. So you know why is it feminine? Because it's body parts in pair. Good. Okay, rijl. Be careful this word. Rijl, rajul. It's they look the same, right? Rajulun is what? Man, a man, and rijlun with the kasra. Rijlun with the kasra is a leg. Yes. Now, is it a masculine or feminine? Leg. Yes, it's a feminine word because body parts in pair. Make sense, guys? Guys. Ruh is a nafs. Nafs is a soul. It's a self. Sometimes Allah can use nafs as talking about individual himself, like the person himself, because if you're talking about the soul and self, yeah. But then you have a ruh. Ruh we can also translate as a soul. But here you can the difference between them would be the actual soul, meaning the spirit or the actual soul. Okay, here when you say ruh, usually we don't mean you understand the difference. And sometimes you will see that Allah can use the ruh to mean something else. For example, sometimes in angel Jibril alayhi salam, Allah will call him a ruh. Okay, now uh Right, right. That's it, guys. That's it. It's all up to you now. It's all up to you.